If you want free social media leads without having to pay for ads, this video is for you. I will show you how to turn a regular Facebook account into a social media lead generation machine. That's right, by converting your Facebook banner cover for leads, you can easily turn your personal account into a landing page, and that means 24-hour lead generation. I will cover everything that you need to know, from how to design this in 15 minutes or less to how to make it mobile friendly, because it's very important. You need to have the mobile traffic. And lastly, how to have a clickable link that will drive traffic from your Facebook landing page into whatever funnel that you want, or website, or other social media platform. No ads required. My name is Milena Gakesa, and I'm the author of the book, The Art of Soft Selling, and I help small business owners use online marketing strategies to drive more traffic and convert more leads in their business. To stay up to date with my latest marketing strategies, please hit that subscribe button, as I do release a new video every single week. And I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that right now. And while you do that, I just want to give a quick shout out to my latest comment winner, which is Ken, who commented on my Instagram layout ideas video. Thank you, Ken, so much for commenting. And if you want a chance to be featured in one of my next videos, please leave a comment below. And also, if you are struggling with what to post on your social media channels to promote your business, I have created a free content calendar for you. That's right, it's a printable calendar that you can just print out and follow. And it actually has 50 different ideas for different posts that you can post on either Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platform that you choose. Okay, let's talk about your profile. Right now, you probably have a nice Facebook account and you might have a pretty banner. Maybe it's just an image or a quote, or maybe it's even your business banner. But what is it actually doing for you? When you add a new friend and they visit your profile for the first time, what do you think that they typically do? Well, I can tell you that often what people do is they'll look at your profile pictures, check out your last few wall posts, and then that's pretty much it. I know that there is a link where you can link your website, but how many people actually have a reason to click on that link, right? So that's the problem. The problem is people are going on your Facebook and they're not necessarily visiting your website. Therefore, they're not opting into your freebie and they're not joining your email list because you're not giving them a good enough reason to do so. What if as soon as somebody visits your Facebook account, they are immediately captivated? So your account is like a landing page, and there's a way for you to get them to opt in or go to your website or go to wherever you really want them to go. And once you capture them, you can then repeatedly market to them through an email sequence. And this is how become a lead in your funnel. And funnels are super important. And one of the key principles in sales, which is the know, like, and trust principle, a funnel basically takes your lead from a cold lead to a warm lead to a potential sale. And if you want to understand funnels more, please check out my video called Digital Marketing Training for Small Business, and I'll link it right up here or at the end of this video. But for now, I just want to show you what I'm talking about. If you like what you're learning so far, make sure you let me know by clicking that like button, and also make sure that you save this video so that you can refer back to it when you're creating your own Facebook landing page. So to demonstrate how all this works, I'm going to take you to my Facebook account, and I'm going to show you again how to turn your Facebook account into a lead magnet, a lead generation page. So as you see here, I have my regular profile picture, which is the same picture across all my social media platforms, including Instagram, etc. And right behind here is my banner. So what you notice about the banner is there's a few key things. First of all, it's a picture of me pointing, which is a very good kind of eye-catching thing because I'm looking at the title and I'm pointing my finger. So a lot of people will start off and looking at this, which it says, learn how to sell without being salesy. And then beside it, it says, click to get my free book now. And my book is actually my opt-in. And if you look here with these arrows pointing to this link, it looks like it's a clickable link. It's actually It is. Like the link itself is a clickable link, but the banner itself is not what's going to take them to that page. However, when somebody just looks at your profile, they see this, they'll actually want to try to click on this. So what happens once they actually click on it, it takes them here. And what you'll notice is right here on the side, it says click here with a blue clickable link, right? And I've actually really wanted to be eye-catching, so I added these two little finger pointers so that way people can't miss it. Because once they get to here, they're going to say, oh wait, like I can't click on that. But then they notice over here that this is clickable. So as they hover over it, they can click on it, and it takes them to my opt-in page, which is to get my free book. So again, it says 100% free book. You can create these opt-in pages on things like lead pages, or what I did is I actually created it on my WordPress website. And then they know that they're in the right place because they've already seen a picture of this book. So again, they can click send me the book, and they fill out their name and email, click send the book, and now they're on my email list. So that is how the whole process works. All right, so let's just go back to my account here and kind of go over a couple of more details. So one of the things I want to say is that I definitely recommend that you have a separate Facebook account from your regular personal Facebook account. And reason being is because a lot of your friends and family may not be interested in whatever it is that you are selling. I mean, maybe they are, and in which case you could kind of transform your already existing Facebook page into this type of lead page, but I would just kind of keep it separate because this page could be, for all the business stuff, all the networking, and if anything should, again, go wrong, Facebook shuts it down for whatever reason, you still have your regular profile. Another thing I want to show you here is under the featured image, it actually has a second way for them to click on the lead magnet. And it's just reformatted for the featured image, essentially does the same thing. You want to create this lead page because oftentimes you're going to be accepting friend requests with strangers. So you don't necessarily want strangers to know all your personal information the same way that you would be okay with your family, friends, and even acquaintances knowing. So that's another reason why you probably want to keep these profiles separate. The thing that you're probably asking yourself is, how did I create this Facebook landing page lead magnet, and how did I actually do the design? And there are a few key things that you really need to know about creating this design, because I have actually seen people do it wrong, where it's ineffective. One of the things is you have to keep in mind that your Facebook profile picture is going to be right here. So you make sure that you have nothing in the way in this little box right here in the middle. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that you want to make sure that this is also going to be mobile friendly. And on your mobile phone, Facebook is actually a little bit compressed. So on your desktop, you'll see, you have all this space around. On your mobile phone, you don't have all that space. As a matter of fact, all of this area right here is going to be cut off, as well as all of this area is going to be cut off as well. So you want to make sure that anything that is important basically stays in this frame. So think of it like quarters. So if you were to cut up this into, 4 quarters, you want to make sure that your image and your freebie and all your links and everything are in the middle 2 quarters. Okay, now over here, you still want it to look nice on Facebook, so you can just add some, design or something like that. But again, nothing that is important. You just want to kind of leave it an empty space. If that makes sense for your design, you can just leave it empty, or I just added a couple of stars here just to make it a little bit fancier. All right, so now let's go into Canva and I'll show you how you go about designing something like this. All right, so here we are in Canva, and for those of you that haven't seen my other tutorials, I recommend Canva. You just go to canva.com, you sign up for a free account, and voila, you're in. So once you're on the home page, what you want to do is actually search for Facebook cover. Okay, so you'll just go Facebook cover, and that'll give you the exact dimensions for the Facebook cover, right here with the pixels. So you can either start with a blank one, or you can kind of go with a theme, which it's kind of easier if you're just starting out to go with a theme, just because it'll just make things a lot simpler, a lot easier. You can move around a lot of these elements. So just for the sake of this tutorial, let's go with a theme, and I'll pick this one. You could pick any one, but just again, keep in mind that you can move things around. So what's perfect about this is it's already now the perfect format and the right pixels for Facebook. So right here, you'll see that Canva, if you ever see a grid like this over the images, that means that those are images that you have to pay for. However, you can just upload your own images. So for this one, I'm going to put this one here because that's where my freebie is going to go. And here you can just put a picture of yourself or a picture of your business logo. I definitely do recommend a picture of yourself just because it does make it a little bit more personalized, and if you are in a personalized business, that's where the picture would go. So what you would do is you would just go right in here into photos, and then you can upload a picture of yourself where it would be under uploads, and you would just go into your computer and upload it. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to use an image that's already pre-existing, and I'm going to just pretend that it's us. Okay, so I'm going to just choose this one. I like this one. It's kind of cute and pretty. Okay, so notice how this one doesn't have the grid over it. That means that it's free for you to use. So Canva has a whole bunch of images that are free. Like if you just scroll over it, you'll see it says free. And any of the images that have the pro version, that means that you have to pay for it. Sometimes you can just pay a couple of bucks for the image, or you can get a monthly Canva account, which will give you unlimited access to images. All right, so right here is where we would put your freebie. So let's just pretend I'm going to just go in here and search for a book, but you would obviously upload whatever freebie it is that you have. So I'm going to just use a picture of a book. Again, this is the pro version. I'm going to use an image that is free. Let's go with this one. Obviously, aesthetically, this isn't making too much sense, but that's okay. You get the you get it. Okay, now see all these elements here? What this is really great for is to fill up that empty space. So what you want to do is you really want to envision this being split up into 4 parts. And you want to make sure, like visually, that anything that's in the middle 2 parts is what's visible. So what I would want to do is move this image over a little bit more, because most likely this will be cut off on my phone. And I'm going to move this image over in a little bit just in case, because I definitely don't want that to be cut off. And here's where I want to resize this and put it in the middle. And I kind of want to say whatever the freebie is, free book, or whatever your freebie is. And then you want to say click here. And then what you want to do is actually take that link of wherever, whether it's your another social media platform or your YouTube channel or wherever you want to drive this traffic to. Most likely it's going to be for your opt-in page so that you can create that sales funnel. So I'm going to just pretend that it's, so I'm going to just put in my website here just for the sake of this tutorial. And I obviously misspelled click. There we go, click here, and I'll say theartofsoftselling.com. Now, to draw attention to this clickable link, you definitely want to add some arrows, because that really, really helps with the eye and the direction of whether or not they're going to know whether that link is clickable. Because if you just say, if you just put the website, they're not going to necessarily know that they should click on the banner. So you want to add some arrows. And the way, sorry, this is distracting me. I need to center it. I get a little OCD about these kinds of things even in a tutorial. Okay, so the way that you find an arrow is you go into here, into elements, and you actually search arrow. And once you find an arrow that you like, and again, some of these are pro version, a lot of them are free. I'm going to just go with this one for now. I'm going to pull on it and shrink it. And then I'm going to do that. Now, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to shrink my freebie just a little bit. That way, this one really, really stands out. So aesthetically, this isn't the most perfect thing ever, but that's okay. This little element, I'm going to probably move over here just kind of to fill in that empty space, because that's going to be cut off anyways on the mobile devices. And this space right here, that is where your profile picture goes. So that's the part that you want to leave empty. So make sure that nothing is obstructing this, okay? And then also you can add more arrows that are pointing to here, or you could just have it pointing to the link. But again, this is a very, very simple design, or you can just do a design separately. And also, once you finish this design, you click download and it'll actually download this design for you. However, you also want to make sure to create that featured image. So to do that, once you've downloaded this design, what I would do is just maybe even duplicate this page. And then I'll actually just make sure that it fits within that square format of the design of the featured image. So I'm going to just kind of make sure to move it away so it is in the 1/3 of the middle of this. Because what you'll do is once you've downloaded this, you can just crop it and then you can put it into that featured part. And just to show you what I'm talking about, it is this part right here. So it has to be squared. So what I did here was I basically took this banner as it was created and I just kind of moved things around so that it fits into that part, and that's all it is. I actually even took out the picture of myself because it just didn't make sense. It didn't fit in. So that's it. Another thing that I want to point out here is you'll notice that my link is very, very short. And oftentimes, especially with opt-in pages, your link might be super long. So it'll be like 2-3 lines. And that doesn't look as aesthetically nice as a nice short link. So to shorten your link, what you want to do is you want to go to bit.ly.com right here. You click on that. And then you take your link from your opt-in page, whatever that is, and you'll put it right in here. So I'm going to just exit out of that. So you'll put your link right here. So you'll notice that I actually put in theartofsoftselling.com/content calendar, and I put that in here. So I'll just show you once again. So copy, paste. You would copy and paste it from your website. And then I would say shorten. And voila, under here, it actually gives me the shortened link, or up here. And then what you do is you copy, and that's copied, and then you can paste it wherever you want. And I copied and pasted it to my Canva when I was creating this. So again, this isn't a clickable link, but it looks like it's a clickable link, which will prompt people to click on the banner. All right, so now that you have everything set up and everything is good to go, what you want to do is add a couple of things to your wall that represent whatever it is that your business is about. So that way when people see your profile, they kind of have a good sense of what it is that you do. Okay, so where do you find these people to actually see your landing page? And the best way to do that is to go into groups. So I'm sure you guys already know how to go into Facebook groups. You're probably already a part of a bunch of Facebook groups. Now, if you're creating this profile separate from your original profile, you want to re-add yourself to the current groups that you're a part of. So for me, I'm obviously targeting business professionals, small business owners. So I would go into small business marketing groups because they're looking obviously how to market. And then I'll kind of look through some of the members and I'll kind of start adding them. Now, be really careful when you're adding people because you can't add more than 10 to 20 people per day on Facebook. Otherwise, Facebook is going to think you're being spammy. So you don't want to add too many people, but you want to actually just put a reminder for yourself on your calendar to every day just go in and add 5 people. Now, I've only had this account on for a couple of weeks, maybe about 2 weeks now, 2-3 weeks, and I already have about 366 friends. And obviously that wasn't just adding 20 people a day because 20 people, sometimes they will accept your friend request and sometimes they won't. But what you want to do is also get other people to notice you and want to add you. So what you do is once you've joined these groups, a lot of times you'll actually find a lot of people are adding you already. So you can accept as many friend requests as you're getting, right? But also be careful who you are accepting. Make sure that you check out their profile and you see if it's someone that you actually are okay with having as a friend on Facebook, because some of the accounts are a little sketchy. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what I mean by that, but just be very cautious. Okay. So how do you get people to notice you in these groups? So once you've actually joined a bunch of these groups, what you want to do is you want to start commenting on posts and start asking engaging questions. Do not post, follow me or this is my link. You do not want to be spamming with links, and a lot of groups don't allow that. So you might get kicked out. But what you want to do is just kind of add value. So see what that group is about and make sure you start posting. And then once people see that you're posting, they're going to say, oh, who is this? So they might check out your profile, and as a result, they might add you. This has worked really well for me. And like I said, I've gotten over half of the people friend requesting me. So I added them as friends. I would love to hear what you thought of this video, so please leave me a comment below. And also make sure that you check out these videos for more marketing tips and strategies for your small business. Until next time, bye for now.